Happy Thanksgiving to everyone. Welcome back to week 12 of NFHell. NFHell. We will definitely get into our living NFHells here in a little bit. We're going to get started off. Any big injuries? Anybody coming back? I think Jamar Chase might be coming back this upcoming week. Couple quarterbacks. I think maybe Kyler Murray would be ready. Not sure. Do you guys know of any really big injuries? I can't think of. Right off top of my head, I can't think of any. I do see that coach got fired for the Cardinals. What did he do?
You said you saw it, so
he was inappropriate or so. I don't know. Actually, I have no idea why he got fired. But it was after
the inappropriate.
He's inappropriate.
It was in Mexico City, I believe. So could be interesting, but I only read the headline as well.
Drink the water.
Yeah, he drank some tequila, man. Makes you do crazy. Yeah. Anyway, I think that's all we got for those injuries and stuff. Correct? Yes. All right. Okay, we'll get started. Week 11 recap. Dames and Jas, how'd you finish? What was your record? What's your overall? Got to put that up on the screen. Pop it up. What do you got?
Well, I managed to stay above 500, but it was not a good week for me. 8-6. Missed my coin toss pick. Giants, you know how that went. It's NFL, man.
NFL. What's your
75 and 56? My overall record, 56. Landed on the LT.
What is it?
Say it again. 75 and 56.
All right.
19 over.
Davis Marbs, what'd you finish last week?
I was 12-2 this week, my friends.
Woo!
Woo!
Wow.
That puts me at 94 and 70.
24 over.
Put that up on the board. Put it on the board. I was 10-4. Not a bad week. If I wouldn't have took the New York teams, probably would have done a little better. And but my overall record goes to 99 and 65.
Oh,
getting close. It is getting close. I thought I had a pretty good week. I did. Wow, that was nice week, Dames. Nice week, Dames. At home, how'd everybody do at home? So we have some people.
We have 2 participants, despite COVID making us a day late. And Amanda was 9-5 on the week, and V was 10-4. So Jas is the big loser this week.
I'm a big loser, man.
NFHell. All right, with that being said, then we're gonna get into last week's games, kind of talk about who we picked and what happened. I started off the week on fire, actually. So when we just kind of go through the list, I started at 6-0.
I started 0-2.
Kidding.
I went 12-0.
Bam! Ran the table. Woo! All right, Titans Packers started out Thursday night. Titans, man, that defense. I'm gonna keep riding the Titans train for a while. That defense looks good. Now that Tannehill is back, I mean, he knows how to manage the game with King Henry. You run the ball that much, you play good deep. That's a solid winning combination. I got that one. Jas, who'd you take on that, G-Man?
I actually took the Packers at home. I'm gonna have to jump on the Titans win train as well. It's probably the last time I can pick Rodgers. I don't even know why I did. Looking back on it, of course. NFL.
Dames Marks?
We got excited because he put up a W.
Yep.
We're like, he can't be this bad. And he got a receiver that had 3 touchdowns, and he got Cobb back. So we're thinking, all right. I mean, things may start happening now for Green Bay, but they're fucking toast.
You're wrong.
They're toast. We were wrong.
Yep. Second game, the Bears at the Falcons. I mean, I feel like by the way, this could be an injury, but we didn't mention it at the beginning, but Fields did hurt his shoulder on that. And I read a thing today. They're like, well, it could either be day-to-day or season ending. I'm like, wow, that's a huge difference. So I think they have to wait until the MRI comes back to the severity of it, but it's his left non-throwing shoulder, but
Non-throwing, I mean, I don't think he's sitting out the season, but
he might miss this week.
could be the Bears NFL.
Yep, there's NFL. Yeah, I did take the Falcons at home. So I got the W on that. Dames Mars, who'd you take?
Well,
He
I took
started
the
over
Bears
Bears.
Yeah, duh, my bad.
because something does not compute here, dude. Like the numbers are good, they're scoring points, but again, Atlanta scores points. We know that,
Yep.
but they just couldn't. I mean, it was close.
I mean, I think
7
the
losses?
Bears. I think the Bears jumped the gun on trading Roquan Smith. Like
Me too.
they were like, "Oh, we're going to rebuild," and all of a sudden, Fields is like, looks like a really good quarterback out of all of those
You
drafts.
know what? I'm
That
starting
is.
to become a fan of his. Like legitimately, I'm a fan of his, and I'm going to tell you why. There's other players that do what he does, like Lamar Jackson, but this guy, he is it. He's all they have. Everything is falling on him, and he knows it, and he's fucking balling. So that's the reason they're losing, is because it cannot be one guy.
Yeah, right. He can carry him
That's
for so
why.
long, but man, that just breaks his back.
But I'm a fan, dude, because he's out there. He's like, I'm gonna do everything I possibly can. It sucks he's still coming up short, but I'm a fan, dude.
Yeah.
I'm a fan.
I originally did not like Justin Fields too much. I would agree. He's growing on me a little bit.
When he has that threat to, you know, lead the team in rushing every week, which he's doing lately.
Yep.
I picked the Bears.
Yep. All right. Panthers at Ravens. I'm pretty sure we all took the Ravens on this one. Baker Mayfield started instead of that other guy that was hurt. Now Darnold starting this upcoming. I mean, like, they don't know what's going on there. Carolina's lost. And the Ravens did what they were supposed to do, and they won this game. We all picked them. Anybody have anything to add to this game?
The Ravens kind of let it stay interesting for a while, but yeah, like too much talent just prevails in the end. Next.
All right. Browns, Bills. We all took the Bills. I'm pretty sure, unless Dames did the old switcheroo here. No, yeah, he finished the season or the week out undefeated. So every time whoever wins, he picked. I did take the Bills. So they're back to form. I mean, I don't know if they're back to form, but they played the Browns. So
I would have liked to see this played in Buffalo.
Yeah.
Based on the pictures I saw, and I'll
Me
post
too.
it. I'll post it here right now. Based on the
Boom, there
pictures
it
I
is.
saw,
Boom.
would have been the greatest fucking game.
6
ever.
feet of snow or whatever it
And
was.
probably a different outcome, maybe.
Yeah. Yep. Well, and that's what they say the conspiracy is, because the Browns run the ball, play good D. The Bills wouldn't be able to bend their fast-paced offense, gave them an advantage, actually, not playing at home.
Interesting.
To say the
A
least.
win is a win.
All right. Next up, worst name in all of sports, the Washington Commanders against the worthless Texans.
They
The
whooped them,
Commanders.
dude.
The
They
Commanders.
whooped them.
The Commanders are the team that I'm saying right now are like, their defense is good. Now they're getting Chase Young back. Their quarterback's playing well. And all he has to do.
But here's the thing on that, dude. How can I mean, I'm gonna pick him when it makes sense, but am I really gonna pick him when it's Heineke?
They just beat the Eagles.
I understand that, but that's not like that's gonna be the exception more than it is the rule.
Guys, if they play someone like the Texans again, I'm gonna have to pick them. But I lost this week,
Dude, I don't even know if I would pick Seattle over the Commanders at this point. I don't know that.
Right.
That would be a tough call for me to make.
I agree.
I would pick Seattle because I don't pick against Seattle, but I mean, I don't know. I would not feel confident.
Right.
right?
I agree.
Not like I did when we played the Giants, but whatever.
Oh man. Shots fired. Eagles, Colts. Saturday's Eagles hung around. I mean, Colts, excuse me, hung around. And the Eagles actually kind of won this one towards the end. So I think Saturday is exceeding expectations. I think. I feel like he knows the game. He played it, so he's relating to the players, and he's just like, "Hey, man, like, go play the game." I think Jonathan Taylor rushed pretty well. He, like we said, he's starting Matt Ryan because that's who you brought in to play. Like, but the Eagles were too much. They won. Dames picked them. Jas, did you pick your division team? You did. Dames, you want to comment on this one?
Matt Ryan, you are a fucking piece of shit. You are completely outdated, done, washed up, hack. Every time he's inside the red zone, they go backwards. They should have won that game, dude. They fucking lost that game and Jeff Saturday's bid for coach of the year because he's fucking inept on every level. He can move the ball between the 25 and the 25. And once he gets inside the 20, he's going backwards. He's fucking done.
He couldn't even throw touchdowns.
You have a better answer on that team right now, but he's done. You only are going to go as far as him, no matter how good of a coach Jeff Saturday ends up being now or later on with another team. It doesn't matter because his quarterback is fucking done.
Matty,
back to Ellinger is what you're saying?
Like I said, I don't know that they have a better option, but I'm telling you, Matt Ryan ain't going to win you games inside the 20. He's not.
You're right.
You're right.
You're right. Next game, the most disappointing game of the week. I pretty much text everyone I know, or they were texting me after this Jets end of game loss on a punt return to the house. Ridiculous. Number one. Number two, this is what it feels like to be a Jets fan and living in NFHell. Like, literally, that game is my entire life of watching Jets football. Just when you think maybe they're getting better, they're doing this, oh my God, they might go to the Super Bowl. No, they don't. No, they don't. No, they don't.
That was a true Jets way to lose that game.
Yeah. And that's the thing now, the Browns and the Jets. That's like, when I say the turds, people are calling us the pieces of shit Jets. Like, we're the green turds, dude. We're the St. Patty's Day turds.
There's always, an open invitation to the other team in the stadium, my brother.
And did you guys take the Patsies? You did, Dames, Jas. You took. Oh, son of a. Thanks a lot, Jets. Zach Wilson even going to be the quarterback next year? He's going to be cut. We're going to trade him.
I will add, I believe.
What do you think of that? What do you think of that? And what do you think of management potentially blowing 2 quarterback drafts in a row? And how many more chances do you get?
It's the Jets. No, I mean, Zach Wilson, it's like so frustrating because like 1 minute he can look pretty good. And then this week, I feel like it's partially the play calling maybe, but on the other hand, there was a couple things where Mims was wide open up in the game. He missed it. Yeah, it's the Patriots. I mean, they beat us 7 years, dude. I was literally.
I was
a child the last time.
That was my argument. I was like,
well, why it was so frustrating is because before that happened, I'm texting him, well, worst case scenario, if you don't march, you get the field goals overtime.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, you got overtime or the fucking win, bro. And then that happened.
Yeah, that's the same. Like, we lose to them in overtime. I was like, it was a defensive battle of game. It was 3-3. It was pretty boring. If anybody else, no one watched it. Like, what?
2 things. First one, the block in the back.
Yeah. Well, it's Peyton.
I saw it live.
Yeah.
I said, that's a fucking block in the back.
Right at Hardy.
I mean, I'm fine with them not calling it, but I mean, if we're looking by the letter, that was a block in the back. And this is the school of thought that you have to follow if you're a coach coaching these guys up. If your guy's past you and no one's catching him, stop. There's nothing that you can do going to be a reward for that player.
Yeah, except you're going to get a block in the back. Yeah.
All you can do is fuck it up at that point. So, yeah. And my second thing is, one thing completely turned me off of Wilson, dude. And
Yep.
in the press
Yeah.
conference, when they asked him if he feels like 3 points is letting down his defense, he goes, no. And then he walks off. That's bullshit, dude. That's not a leader.
Oh yeah, I know exactly, and that's pretty much how literally that's how you start a shitstorm in New York, in your locker room, in the media. Like you do that shit. Instead, you could have just
get
came out
away
and
with
said,
that.
you should have scored more points and went back to the locker room. Like,
yeah, you might get away with that in Seattle.
Yep.
But you're not getting away with that in New York.
No, not as a second year starting quarterback.
No
way.
Dude, there was no way he was going to be possibly benched, and now boom, just like one comment, and now you are probably getting benched, like high percentage.
Mike White, dude. Mike White. I'm not gonna lie. Strevler, the guy in preseason, went like 4-0, and like he won 3 straight games at the buzzer.
Well, Flacco.
I think Flacco's done. He hasn't been active the last couple games.
I will say this: Flacco has as many touchdowns as Russell Wilson, and he hasn't played since week 4. So
there's a fun stat for you. There's a fun stat. All right, we probably should move on. People were probably tired of my NFL.
That's fine, but that's what we're doing. So fuck you if you don't like it.
Comment down below. You think Zach Wilson's so? No one thinks he's good. So never mind. Never mind. No one thinks his mom probably doesn't even think he's good.
Mom's friend does though.
In here. Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah. Rams Saints.
This was my week's Who Gives a Shit Bowl.
Yep.
I mean, I picked New Orleans because fuck the Rams, but I was neither confident about it or cared.
I still don't care about it. Like I looked at the score and I'm like, yep, the Saints won. I picked them. That's really all I care. I think Dalton maybe actually played decent in that game, threw a few touchdowns.
You know, I did watch it. I watched it.
Okay.
And the product on the field, like uniform wise, was beautiful. I mean, the combination against that's really all there was.
It was a pretty game. It's a pretty game. Anything to add, Dames and Jas?
All I can add is I've been saying it. The Rams suck. My goodness, Super Bowl hangover or whatever worse than Super Bowl death. They suck.
Yeah.
It's bad. Cups out forever. It's bad.
At what point are you concerned about the future health of Matthew Stafford's head?
Right. Or arm. Might as well just sit him out the rest of the year.
He's in protocol every week. That's like Troy Aikman hung it up.
Right.
Time to do that. And I mean,
Troy Aikman's numbers, actually, if you look them up, aren't that good.
3-time Super Bowl champion. That's his Hall of Fame bid right there.
Yeah.
3.
Yeah.
All right. Next up, Dames and Jas will let you start this one. It wasn't good for you. Lions Giants in New York.
Guys, just one of those games from the opening first couple minutes. You just could kind of see the Lions came to play and we didn't, or they're that much of a better team or what, but we looked like we're looking on to Dallas. I don't know. But you guys might have called the trap game or whatever you want to call it. I don't even know if we're good enough to have a trap game, but they came in, whooped our ass, and got the Cowboys on Thanksgiving. So I don't really have a lot to add to that. It was bad. Hell.
I mean, and now I'll go. Yeah.
Good.
Basically, here's what I think. It's funny how I swear to God, maybe you or me, or I know I did. I was on this Lion bandwagon there for, I'm going to be about. And then they lost like a bunch. And then you're like, fuck the Lions. I'm not picking them again. Now they've won 3 straight. And they look like the team who we thought they were at the beginning when we're like, man, I really like them. They play hard for their coach. Like Goff isn't that good, but he's playing really well now. And now they are again. Now, I mean, we'll see because they play the Bills this week, but we'll see. But I think, there they are. The Lions are playing for their coach. Dames?
I don't think that the Lions have a better team. If I had to pick quarterbacks, I would take Daniel Jones 1,000 times before I took a Jared Goff. I don't know why. Goff has never proven to me that he's been any kind of winner. I mean, but we do know that no matter who's on this Lions team, they're just one of those teams, even when they're like bad, you don't know that you're going in there and coming out with a win. You just don't know. And they're that team to me that's been like the most consistently, I have no idea who's going to win. And I say that knowing that they're facing Buffalo this week. I don't know. I still don't know. So,
Yeah. Right.
I mean, they did whoop pretty hard, and I was surprised.
Yep.
But at the same time, I was like, well, I called it. I just didn't think it would be like this.
Right. And are all my injuries starting to add up where, good teams have depth. And right now, as we're rebuilding, maybe our depth is just pretty bad. But they also had a good game plan. I mean, they destroyed Saquon, and we didn't do anything too creative to get him the ball out in space. One target,
I
two
will tell you
targets
this.
to get him out some targets.
With these injuries, these players that are coming in, they're getting valuable time, especially if this is a playoff squad. Even if you're a one and done, that experience will be invaluable moving forward. So
True.
keep your eye on the prize and
we
gotta win 3 more games.
Doable.
Yep. All right, moving on. Raiders, Donkeys, walk-off, touchdown to win it. Come on, Carr, you little crybaby. Just kidding.
I'm not gonna let you do this. I'm not gonna let you do this because I know that you're saying that because you're like, they're done. I'm going Broncos.
I did.
I was like, no, dude. He reinvigorated these guys with that little speech. And here's the thing: a couple of these games this week ended in the only way that you know that they can end, and we'll get to the other one later on. But I'm like, there's one person on this field that you have to watch right now.
Yeah.
And there's this amount of time left. Just watch them for this much time, and you have a chance to win the game.
Put a couple guys on him.
There was no one on that fucking side of the field. What the fuck? That was the biggest breakdown in the history of breakdowns. And you want to blame Russell Wilson? They're saying he had one of his best games. I don't know if that's true when you don't have a touchdown pass.
Yeah, right.
But there was no one on that side of the field. That defense is too good for that to happen. Unbelievable. I love it because the pick that we get from the Broncos is going to be a top 5 pick. It's becoming more clear every week. Unbelievable how frequently and how many different ways these guys find a way to lose.
Right. Guys, this game didn't mean a lot to me because it was my coin toss pick. So I didn't get the emotions from this game you guys got rolling, but I'm 1-1 now in the coin toss. So Broncos, you let me down. You let me down.
Wilson, who are you? Answer us.
Adams, who are you?
Yeah. Yep. All right. Moving on. Cowboys, Vikings. The biggest surprise of the week. What in the HE double hockey sticks? I mean, you did. You picked them. Yep.
I did.
You did.
I saw this coming from a million miles away.
But 40-3?
I said it.
40?
I said there's no chance that Minnesota wins this game. Even at home, no chance. Dallas is going to come in after a loss and roll. And they rolled.
Big time. I mean, basically there's nothing to say on the Minnesota ball. They look like side of the ball. They look like shit. Dallas's defense dominated all game.
This wasn't even a trap game, dude. This was just like what's what in the NFC.
Yep.
And I quite frankly think Dallas, and it kills me to say this, not as much as it would kill Jas to say it, but they might be one of the best. They might be the top 2 team in the NFC. Pollard balling like he is, that's unreal. And I'm so glad that, I'm not glad they didn't trade him, but they should be glad that they did not trade him.
Yep. Bye Zeke.
The dumbest thing. Either one of them. This is very rare that you have this 2-headed beast. And San Francisco's got it now.
And that's the other.
That's what they're doing. I mean,
right.
Say what you want, but if Saquon gets a partner out there, woohoo!
Yeah, that would be, can bring back some jerseys that are, somewhere stored deep away.
NFHell.
Guys, the Cowboys, I play them on Thanksgiving, week 12. So obviously the biggest test of the season, where they're playing, my O-line better be ready because Cowboys and the Eagles get after it. So let's go.
All right. Anyway, Bengals Steelers. This was a pretty good game. Burrow's back, dude. Burrow looks good. And if they have Chase back next week, they're going to start rolling. So
I
what?
listened to your comments on a couple of games here.
Oh no. What did I say?
And now I'm just curious about what's going to happen here in a few minutes with a choice that you're going to have to make here. And I'm going to call you out on it too, so just beware. Yes, I nailed this one because I have zero faith in Pittsburgh.
Yep. I got this one too. Josh, you hit this one, G-Man?
I did. The Steelers are, claiming their quarterback gets better in every asset every week, but it's not resulting in a whole lot yet. So maybe they'll win their last two.
True. Chiefs, Chargers. Travis Kelce, dude.
All right.
Oh,
I'm gonna let me go here.
okay, you're up.
Just
Let's
let
hear
me
it.
go here.
All right.
There's one fucking guy that you gotta watch at the end of this game. One fucking guy. This much time left. Only guy that you gotta watch. And they don't watch him.
No.
Dude, I'm texting back and forth with the guy. I'm like, they tied it up. I'm like, all right, you gotta watch Kelce. 3 plays later, I'm like, well, they didn't do what I said. Fucking the Chiefs, fucking natty lights, fucking swilling, fucking redneck backwoods dildos do not deserve a player like Travis Kelce. They do not. They have him, and he's the best player in the NFL. Period.
Some bold statements there by Dames. Do you guys agree with him in the comments? Is Kelce the best player in the game? I mean, what about the guy throwing it to him?
He's good.
Did you know they ran the same exact play that they did last year to win? Like,
yes.
Come on, Chargers. Like, WTF. I mean, Herbie looked a lot better with his weapons back. I will give them that. Although Mike Williams got hurt again,
and Allen too did a little bit.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it was good to see them drive the field again late in the game.
Right.
And even get back on top. But
too much time, man. You can't give.
Dude, TK.
Dude.
TK.
Chiefs. All right. Last night's game, or I should say Monday night's game, depending on when you're watching this. Probably not watching it tonight. 49ers rolled. We all picked the 49ers. Jimmy G. Dang. Bet the 49ers are glad they hung on to that guy.
Well, it was okay. Let's talk about this because this is the first week that I feel like you can say that.
Yep, true. I'm with you. Well, didn't he throw 4? Yeah, and they have McCaffrey now. That also plays a giant role. You go from having no run.
Okay, so you have Deebo Samuels, McCaffrey, Kittle,
and Ayuk.
Ayuk's your fourth.
Dude, with those weapons, like Russell Wilson could win there.
Zach Wilson can.
I'm just saying, like,
they look really good.
They don't get much easier on a quarterback if you can stay upright. And I mean, they got the guys there too. And then you got Trent Williams, and dude, that defense is
they're doing
all in, and they better win it this year because
they're trending.
Their budget for the next couple of years is not going to allow them to have this many weapons. They're gonna have to pick and choose.
Yep. Yeah. They better win it this year. Well, I feel like they're good. They're a good team. So.
And I think the one that might be on the way out is Kittle. And I'm good with that because he's a stud.
You can come to
I'd love to see him in a uniform that I like.
Yeah, that's true. It's true. All right, that concludes our recap. Josh, you have anything to add to that, or G-Man?
I mean, I could use a Kittle on my team right about now.
Yeah, we all could. Remember, we're in NFHell though, so we don't.
You don't count.
we
Who was the
don't-
bye week teams
Yeah, do you have that written down?
But coming up or from last week?
from last week?
Oh, last week was Bucks,
Jags,
Dolphins, and Seahawks.
Seahawks, and Bucks.
That's why we didn't talk about it in those
Yeah.
games.
FYI.
Right. Week
All right.
12 is a full slate. Full slate.
This week,
Full slate.
There's no buys.
Everybody plays Thanksgiving weekend.
All right. Well,
let's
let's get
do
to
it,
it.
boys.
Let's do it. Welcome back to week 12 of NFHell.
No.
NFL.
And if hello,
NFL. We're going to start off with the Thanksgiving Day games. Happy Thanksgiving if you're tuning in on Thanksgiving. If you're tuning in after, hope you had a good day. We're going to start. Dames and Jas gets to fire us up out of the gate. After me, I mean, Bills Lions. We're going to start with the traditional Thanksgiving Day team, the Lions. Who wants to go first on this one? Dames and Jas, Dames Marvs.
I'll
Yeah,
take
but-
the Lions. I'll take the Lions after seeing them, week 11 work over my team. I'm gonna roll with the Lions, guys. My first upset of the week. Lions at home.
Boom.
Happy,
Look at that.
happy Turkey Day.
Lions.
oh,
I'm also taking the
so
Lions.
fucking glad to hear both of you say this.
NFHell for the
Because
Bills.
it's a home game for Detroit, but it's the second game in a row the Buffalo has played in the Motor City. Therefore, they'll be ready for I don't even know what to call them, Detroit Lions, but they'll be ready, and Buffalo's going to win, and you guys will be sad in your turkey.
Here's the deal. The Lions at home on Thanksgiving. It's time to show people, hey, are the Lions for real? This is it.
I kind of feel like this is the game that the loser every Thanksgiving,
Every year.
every year. And
Every-
I'm not wrong. I'm not wrong.
Who you guys got on Thanksgiving? You got the Lions or the Bills coming into town? Let us know down below in the comments. All right, now we can move forward to the Dames and Jas. My bad, I got a little excited. Go ahead.
Yes, and speaking of excited, biggest game of the season, obviously coming off a loss where we looked real bad and a win where the Cowboys looked, now they're a Super Bowl contender after one game. So obviously picking the G-Men, we got a win in the trenches, and we got Sexy Dexy. He's not hurt yet, so we may be down a few parts here and there, but he's clogging it up, playing at an elite level. And, Saquon's going to have a Thanksgiving feast because we need him. G-Men on the road.
Well, I am going to pick against the G-Men, and pretty much there's a few reasons. Number one, you're so injured. Like, I feel like all your players are banged up. Daniel Jones looked like the old Daniel Jones last week, not protecting the ball. And that's why you got blown out, because we talked about it before. You need to run the ball, play good D. I think it didn't Wandale get injured. He's out for the season. ACL. So, and I feel like Dallas is rolling right now. I feel like they just stay on fire and it's at home on Thanksgiving. Dallas at home. I'm taking over the G-Men. Now, do I want the G-Men to win? Always. But because fuck the Cowboys. But Cracker will probably have a different opinion down below. What do you think, Dames? Who you taking on this?
I'm not at all conflicted with my choice. I am a little sad because I'm picturing G-Man Jas at your house on Thanksgiving, watching this game, plate full of turkey breast, gravy, mashed potatoes, and tears. I'll be like,
Cracker, happy
what am I
Thanksgiving,
thankful
bud.
for?
I love you either way.
What am I even thankful for?
So I take it you're taking Cowboys at home?
It pains me, but yeah, I have to.
Nice, I understand, guys. I understand.
NFL.
But every week, something crazy happens.
That's true.
Why not a G-Men Thanksgiving win?
That's true.
Why not? It's true. It's the NFL. New England at Minnesota. I'll start this one off. I'm going to take 3 straight home teams on Thanksgiving. I'm taking all the home teams. I know this is not a prime time game. I can't pick the Patriots. So I mean, I could see them winning this game because it's stupid, but they also did only score 3 points against the Jets last week. Besides that ending punt, let's be real, their offense also didn't do shit. So I'm taking Minnesota at home. They're going to rebound. They're not that bad of a team. Throw the ball to Justin. Call it a day. Vikings at home with the win. Dames, Marvs?
Both these teams are going to score more than 3 points. And I mean, I say that knowing that the New England Patriots, their offense did not score more than 3 points. Same with Minnesota. So knowing that, it's going to be relatively low scoring, I think.
Okay.
Like under 20. I'm going to say like 16, 17 in favor of Minnesota.
Okay.
17 total points.
No, like 16 to 17.
Oh, I guess.
Something like that.
Something like that. Well, I mean, here's the deal. The Patriots did play the number 1 defense in the league last week. The Jets. So, I mean, that's a little different than playing the Cowboys. Anyway, Dames and Jas, who are you taking?
I am taking the Vikings at home. I just feel like the Patriots offense isn't good enough to outscore, 17 points, like you're saying, 20 points. I don't know. But Vikings at home on Thanksgiving.
All right. There we go. We're done with the thanks.
Hold on a second. What time does this game start?
Prime time.
It's prime time.
It's prime time.
Holiday prime time.
This is Kirk Cousins in prime time.
Yep.
Yeah.
None of us want to take that into consideration.
I mean, here's the deal. I am taking that into consideration big time, but I hate the fucking Patriots. So no, I'm not picking them.
You're right. I am gonna flip. I'll take the Patriots.
Well, since you did it, I'm not gonna.
Oh,
I know.
boom.
I know, that's why I'm taking it.
All right.
I like
All
it.
right, let's move on to the Sunday games. Starting off with Denver at Carolina. No one's gonna watch this game.
That's why
Sam Darnold.
my coin toss
I
game.
knew it. I knew it.
Opening. Okay.
Let's just say that your coin toss game is gonna be Denver every week.
That's funny. All right. We're going to Dames and Jas's coin flip first on the Denver Carolina game. Here we go. Flippy
Coin
flip.
toss.
Flippy flip.
Wait, what'd you pick?
Yeah, no shit. This pissed me off last time because you're like, oh, tails. I'm just gonna pick the team that I want.
No, bro.
Define what it was gonna be first.
The first game is always this is the same. I've done it the same every time. Broncos is heads, Panthers is tails.
All right.
I call tails never fails. I want heads.
Head.
It's
Head.
heads.
Broncos. Looking to stay above 500 on my coin pick.
I am. I don't need the coin toss on this one. I'm taking Denver on the road. Sam Darnold is starting for the Panthers, in case you were wondering who their starting quarterback, which actually maybe gives them a better chance at winning. I think Denver's defense is better than Carolina's offense, and Russell Wilson hasn't been playing that bad, so I feel like they're gonna win. I'm taking Denver on the road. Dames Mars?
I have no less than 20 screenshots of Russell Wilson missing a receiver that was as open as homeboy from the Raiders. No one on the side of the field. And in the same shot, not looking at him anywhere near him, wide open. 25 screenshots. And I can show them, but nobody wants that shit.
Yeah,
But here's the point I want to make on this game. All right. Both these teams are absolute dumpster fires. One should be because they knew it and they traded away key players that would make them a dumpster fire. And then there's another team that's still somehow, we got to win every game. We can make the playoffs. What good is that going to do you? I guess because you have no draft picks, there's no other way but to say, let's win.
Yeah, right.
Let's win out because it doesn't benefit you. This is the weirdest scenario maybe in the NFL, dude. Because it really doesn't matter if you win or lose at this point. You're not going all the way. You're not getting a draft pick. What a fucking complete waste of time for all of your fans, for all of your players, every ounce of energy that you're putting into this. It's
You got the
completely
Panthers?
wasted against the Panthers. I mean, I gotta pick Denver because there's no. At least they have a defense. Now they completely whiffed, and when I say whiff, there was no one on that side of the field. No one. They whiffed, but they have not. That's not been atypical. Maybe they're like, let's show Russell what it looks like when we suck.
Maybe.
And
Maybe.
I mean, shit, because they know they're not going to be the ones taking the heat if they lose. They could give up 20 points in the fourth quarter. And Russell Wilson's going to be the one that has to go up to the podium and be like, I got to do better. Because the defense has been holding them in games all year. I got to go Denver. I ain't
That's
confident, and I'll be happy if they lose. But,
Yeah.
I mean, Russell Wilson, you got to turn this around, bro. You said it in your press conference. You have to win every game, or your life is over.
Yep. So we'll all take Denver on the road to win some game that is meaningless to them. All right. Tampa Bay at Cleveland. I believe Deshaun is not back yet. He comes back against the Texans. Correct, Amundo. So we're gonna say that I think this is I think Tampa Bay wins this game on the road against Cleveland. Just like that. That's it. Tom Brady. I think are they coming off a bye or not? Yeah, they are. Yep. Tom Brady off a bye, had 2 weeks. Yep. I'm taking Bucks. They're maybe a little healthier than they were. Get some people back. Yep. It's playoff push time. Playoff push time for the Bucks. Dames Mars.
You know what? I want to know what Jess said.
All right, G-Man Jas, what do you got here?
All right, Dame Marv, I got your pick because my pick is the Bucks. And I mean, does Brady have more drama now with the FTX lawsuit against him, his wife divorcing him? What else? What else can he have thrown at him this year? They're not going to win against the elite teams, but they're going to beat the Browns. Bucks win.
I mean, Antonio Brown just posted a picture of his ex-wife naked. All right.
Photoshopped, maybe.
Dames Mars.
All right. I'm going to switch to Cleveland. I don't love it. I don't love it, but this isn't about love. It's about sportsman gamemanship. You can't all be on fucking Tampa Bay. And there ain't going to be a crowd full of people singing Sweet Caroline this time. So let's go Cleveland.
All right.
Roll turds.
Roll turds.
Run the game.
Next up, we are in Jacksonville where the Ravens come to town to play the Jaguars. G-Man Jas, we'll start with you on this one. Who you taking, Ravens or the Trevor Lawrence-led Jags?
I think this one's pretty obvious. The Ravens can kind of do what they did last week and just hang around for a half and then, turn it on and still win this game. Ravens on the road. Jags are not very good.
James Mars?
I still want Jacksonville to be good. I still watch them, and they're a competent offense. They're a competent defense. Can they get them both in the same game? To me, that's been the problem. They haven't been able to put together a comprehensive game on both sides of the ball. One side fails, the other side does amazing.
Right.
It's not a winning formula. I think against Baltimore, they may have their best chance to do that. So I'm going to switch. I'm going to pick Jacksonville.
Boom, going Jags at home.
Wow.
And I am actually going Ravens on the road as well. I'm with Dames and Jas on this one. I think they're playing Lamar Jackson. Come on the road. Jacksonville, the last few times we were all like, let's take them, and then they sucked. So I think the Jags are who we thought they were, and they lose at home.
That's
Roquan.
something, man. As the season wears on, Lamar's going to be worried about his body and not having money.
That's why he chills in the first half.
Yeah, but one of these times he's going to catch up to him.
Good point. Is this the game, though? Is this the one?
That's
Down
what
in
I'm
Florida.
calling.
It's all nice.
That's what I'm calling. This is the game.
All right. What do you guys think? Down below, let us know. Jaguars? Question mark? Houston at Miami. I feel like I don't really need to say this one. I'm going to assume we're all taking Miami at home over the Texans, who have, they're done. And Miami's playing well. Tua Tagovailoa is on fire this year. After he got murdered. Dames and Jas, you agreed? Dames, Marvs, are we good? You guys are both just like, yeah, whatever.
I agree. Yeah, the Texans, I don't know how I conned myself into picking them last week. Can't pick them. Won't pick them. Dolphins.
Dames, Marvs, what do we do?
We have a problem. All right. And that is
Doing it again.
you need a quarterback.
The football team.
And there ain't one. There ain't one in this draft.
I know.
So what are you going to do, bros? Here's what I would do. I would trade out of the first pick.
Yep.
Do you realize what you could get for this pick? You're not going to win next year, regardless.
Right, or trade for a quarterback. Are there any quarterback?
No. This organization deserves. All right, they've got some loyal fucking fans, dude. Despite their patheticness.
True.
They got some loyal ass fans.
They're NFHell.
I would trade the first pick of the draft for an abundance. Because you're not going to be good next year, no matter who you pick.
Right.
And then use next year's draft to get your quarterback. And if you don't have the spot that you need, you have plenty of picks to move up to get that guy. And I have a feeling I know who it is that they are going to want. And that's the dude from USC.
Right. We'll see. We will see.
So I'm
The prophet Dames Mars. Looking into the future.
Who you
The
taking?
future NFL.
I'm not taking Houston.
You're rambling on about it the whole time. You're like, actually, I'm taking them. We're like, what? Okay. Bears at Jets. It doesn't matter who's starting for quarterback for the Jets this week. I have faith in our defense. I have faith in our coaching staff to bounce back. We will have a better game plan this week and be ready to go at home. The Bears are coming off a loss. Like I said, Fields might not be playing. If he is, he's going to be banged up. The Jets have a really, the top-ranked defense in the league. So I'm going to take Jets at home. Mike White, Strevler, Zach Wilson, Flacco. It doesn't matter who's playing quarterback. Jets at home. James Marvs.
You're banking all this on your defense.
Yep, I am. Yep.
How are you going to score points?
We'll score more than 3 points. The thing is Jack Wilson is what, 5-2 or 5-3 as a starter this year. So it's not like he's losing every game and we're not. It was just it was this one game and it was like 40-mile-an-hour winds blowing around. He missed a couple guys, a drop pass. He looked like shit, but he doesn't look like shit every week. So
He looked like shit against the Patriots when there was no wind.
All right, I know, that's what I'm saying. Belichick has his number, but no one else does, I guess. So.
All right. This is I'm speaking thinking that Fields will be the starter.
Okay.
That's where my thought process is right now. Do I really care if he's not? No, I just think it taints the entire opinion that I have of this game. I think it's a new look against the Jets defense. They've not faced a guy like this in a while. Okay.
Lamar.
And I don't, yeah, but this guy's putting up
It's true. It's true.
double.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean,
He's like a running back. Better than.
I mean, it's the kind of game that I hate watching in college, but for some reason in the NFL, it gives me the biggest fucking hard on. So I can't wait to watch this game. Because I honestly think they can't keep losing when you have this epic play from one side of the ball. Now, if the Jets are able to turn on the Jets on offense and match, like give 50% of what the defense gives, the game's already over. Don't even play it. But I haven't seen that yet.
Right.
And with the quarterback controversy and the shit that may be going on in the locker room based on a few stupid ass comments, the Bears got everything to play for. The Jets are like, where are we at? Who are we right now? What do we want to do to move forward? That's just how I feel. I think the Jets are a far better team across the board, but I think there's a couple of factors in the Bears' favor that lead them to victory here.
Guys, I mean, if Justin Fields wants to come on the show and talk about Dame's dick, it's hard on, he can. I love the talent as well, but I am taking the Jets at home. I feel like, they can take away who's the Bears' best weapon. Is it, Mooney or Hamet or any of those guys? I mean, Sauce can probably guard both of them.
But that's when there's a problem. When they take away the weapon, that's when the real weapon.
But you got, a couple fives on him, and you got to score 17 points to win. I think the Jets can do that running the ball. The Bears defense is not
four.
Yeah, we just needed 4. 4 points. 2 safeties.
2 safeties.
2 safeties do a field goal. I was shit, man. If that happens, we're rewinding this and anyway.
Jets at home.
All right. Jets. Bengals at Titans. I'm gonna start this one off. I'm gonna stick with the Titans at home. I think once again I'm gonna go with that defense and running game at home against the Bengals. I love Burrow.
Burrow's is back. It'd be hard for me to pick against them for a while.
Except for this game, because I gotta roll with the Titans. I take defense and a running game over a quarterback most of the time, because that quarterback gets shut down at all, and then you control the clock, which Burrow won't touch the ball as much as he normally does. So I'm taking Titans at home.
You also take the elite quarterbacks regardless of their running game or defense. So you're saying Burrow's not quite Mahomes. I'm agreeing with you. Titans at home. I think they have a good game plan. Like you said, they run the clock down. Bengals don't get to be on the field a lot. At home, Titans.
God damn it. I had Titans, but I'm not going to let this happen.
Woo!
I'm switching. Cincinnati in an upset in Tennessee.
Dames Mars doing the old switcheroo.
It's done.
It's done.
Updated.
All right, moving on. Hotlanta goes into DC to play the worst name in all of sports. Washington football team, Commanders. And I am going to let Dames Mars.
This was the hardest game on the schedule for me to call. Honestly.
You want a coin toss?
Atlanta scores points. Washington does enough. I almost want to say stick with the home team as my reasoning. But then I'm like, Heineke is their fucking quarterback, dude. Can he? Washington. I have no Washington.
You have no horse in the race. G-Men Jas.
I am also picking Washington for no other reason than I hope I'm wrong. Like, I'm happy if I'm wrong because I'm sick of picking against them and for the Falcons. So why not pick for Washington? And if they lose, I'm happy. That's the only reason.
I'm going to go with both of you, and maybe this will switch Dames Marv's pick, but I'm also going to go with the Commanders, and it's again their defense is playing well, and this week I believe Chase is back, so their defense is only going to be better than it has been. So that's why Heineke can win, because he doesn't have to win the game. He just has to not lose it. And he's a pretty good quarterback when it comes to that. So I'm taking Washington at home. I think Atlanta just can't. Pitts is out for the season, isn't he? We failed to mention that. And so that's a huge bummer, man. Sorry, Atlanta, but you're not going to win.
They weren't using him anyway. Maybe they'll figure it out when he's healed.
All right, James Ward, we're going to let you start this one off. The Raiders coming into Seattle, your favorite team, the Raiders, besides the Seahawks.
I mean, what a great story to come back and throw against a team that wasn't even on the field when the guy caught the ball. But they're coming back down to earth this week. It's just they don't have the horses. And I think Seattle, coming off a bye week, can be one of two teams. They can be the rested team that needed the time off at this point in the season, or they could be the rookie team with a bunch of young kids that should never have stopped playing when they were in, at the heart of the crux of the situation. So we'll see. But I'm banking, since it's at home, the crowd is still in on this team 100%. It's going to be loud as fuck. And that's going to present problems all across for the Raiders. And they're going to lose. I think 2-score game.
Boom. Dames Marth prediction. G-Men Jas, who are you taking in this one?
I am also taking Seattle at home for many reasons. One, the Raiders really aren't good. And, Dan's pretty much said it all. Run the ball with the young guy. Keep the crowd in it. Take a punt to the house.
Let me ask you this, Jeff. Do you really think the Raiders aren't good?
I really do.
I mean, they're looking okay.
Their defense sucks.
I'm not looking at their record at all. I'm looking at coaching staff, proven success. I get it, dude.
As a head coach, he sucks.
Assistants, they're proven.
I'm looking at roster, weapons, dude. Max Crosby is a fucking madman, dude.
It's a top-loaded team. Crosby, Devontae.
Waller's hurt. Renfro's.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Who's
got
next?
some hurt players.
They have elite close, players, but
I think they're probably I think they're the second best team in the division. If you don't look at the records, if I had to put them in order of who I would,
well, I mean, Denver's definitely last, so it's KC at the top. So you're just debating if it's the Chargers or the Raiders. I'm taking Chargers. Chargers are way younger. Herbert, if they're healthy, oh my God, Allen and fuck the Raiders.
I think everyone at the beginning of the year thought the Raiders were going to be good based on just adding Adams, but every year's a breathing entity of new people, and for some reason they just don't have it this year.
Right. I am gonna take Seattle at home. I don't know if I've already picked. I can't remember if I said that when I opened, but I'm taking Seattle at home. And here's the reason why I'm taking them. Number one, they're coming off a bye. Number two, they're coming off a loss before that bye. Before that, they were looking good. They were doing all these right things. They took that stupid flight. And I know a lot of them, they were complaining about the field, the trap, and I'm with them on that sometimes. You know what I mean? Especially a young team, they go over there, they're probably like, what the fuck is this? So now they can come back home. The crowd is going to be amped up. Gino, is he playing at MVP levels? Yes, he still is. So let's keep going. I think Seattle at home again. I just don't think the Raiders, their defense isn't good. Waller's out. Carr has Devontae, but that's it. I mean, like you said, last week, he's wide open. A toddler could have made that throw. Please, Carr, please. All right, moving on. Rams at Chiefs. to me, this is one of the easiest picks of the week. I'll start it off. Chiefs at home. Rams aren't playing well. Stafford might not be playing. The Chiefs just came off that great win against the Chargers. They're rolling. They just know what's up. They've been around the block. This is when they get hot. Frank Clark's back on defense. Chiefs win big at home. Dames and Jas.
Guys, this is a true trap game that some teams, not the Chiefs, guys, not the Chiefs. No one's picking against the Chiefs this week. Dame's favorite player is on this team.
Yeah.
Top quarterback in the league is on this team. Running game, young, getting better. Chiefs by a lot.
All right. Travis Kelce can eat my ass. I don't like him. I respect him and I recognize him for what he is. And that is.
Wait, you want him to eat your ass?
I don't want anything to do with him.
Oh, okay.
Here's the thing. This game, being that the Rams are defending Super Bowl champs, is going to give Chiefs fans this. I shouldn't even say Chiefs fans. I should just say it's going to give all the redneck, hillbilly, fucking natty light drinking sacks of shit the impression that the Chiefs are the greatest team on the planet when they beat them, just because they won the Super Bowl last year. The Rams are bad. This is going to be the fucking little thing that goes into their brain and knocks them out before you slaughter them. This is what this game is for the Rams.
Captive bolt.
This will be it. The Rams are done after this.
Yep, they're done.
And they haven't even played Seattle yet. You have to play them twice this year.
That's good.
Danes, just remember, there are other fans not from Missouri for the Chiefs. Just remember that.
Yeah, but they would still have to have that fucking mentality. So whoever you're talking about is like hiding their natty light behind their back. He's right. I live in Texas. Whatever, dude.
Oh man. And the crowd goes silent.
Yeah.
Anyway, we all take
Any fans not from Missouri. Any fans not
He's like, I tried, guys.
I tried. Yeah, I tried. He did. Yeah. Next up, Saints at Niners. Again, this is I feel like the Saints have a decent D. They played well last week. The redheaded stepchild of Andy Dalton is playing okay, but the 49ers are playing very well. Jimmy G coming off the best game of maybe of his career. Christian McCaffrey again, just going to keep rolling as he is in this system even longer. I'm taking Niners at home. No big deal there. Dames Marvs, you going to take that with me? I know you hate the Niners.
Well, I hate both these teams because New Orleans is grossly underperforming. They're like a poor man's 49ers, if you think about it. Like,
Yeah, Kamara.
They've got Kamara and Taysom Hill, the two-headed monster, right? But not quite as good. They got an aging Andy Dalton, Jimmy Garoppolo. Andy Dalton's a far better quarterback than Garoppolo ever was. Not now, but that's what I'm saying. It's like he's like just a lesser version now.
Yeah, it's true.
The defenses are both good.
Maybe.
But are they as good as we think they are? Untested. I would love for New Orleans to pull this off. I just don't see it because they're just a poor man's version of the same team.
Yeah. G-Man and Josh, you have anything to add to this, or are you taking the Saints on the road?
Yeah, guys, I can't take the Saints here. You see a lot of teams are afraid of the 49ers right now, and Saints are one of them. 49ers at home. Jails, don't forget to go back to the old Chargers-Cardinals game we had not discussed before the prime times.
I skipped a game. I'm sorry. I skipped a game. What game is it? Could you repeat that?
I don't remember talking about the Chargers or Cardinals.
No, I must have skipped that.
You
Thank
did.
you. Where's that game at?
It's in Arizona.
Okay.
Arizona.
All right. Well, then we'll just go right to that one right now before we get to the night game and the Monday night, the Sunday night, Monday night. We're good. Thanks for the catch there, G-Men Jack. Somebody can't read the schedule. Chargers at Cardinals. I'll let you two start. Dames, you go ahead first since I'm got a pick right now since I totally forgot to write it down. Welcome to NFHell.
Yeah, I think both these teams are kind of experiencing a little bit of NFHell at the moment, more so the Arizona Cardinals. And just because of that, I'm going to pick the Jas.
G-Men Jas, I see you shaking it.
I agree. Yeah, I'm shaking it up and down.
Shake it up and down, bro.
Chargers having their weapons back or one at a time. I don't know, but the Cardinals are a mess. I don't know what they do. This is the only offense Kyler Murray's ever known, and his coaches cannot survive this season. I don't see it happening unless they win out some miraculous way. But Chargers.
I agree with both of you. I'm the Chargers. Even though they lost, they played the Chiefs. So, I mean, they still played pretty well, hung in there. They're ready to go. The Cardinals, Kyler Murray, I don't even know if he's playing. Yeah, I'm with you. Kingsbury, he's out. He's out. I think Kyler Murray's also, I'm going to go on the record, a little overrated or whatever. I don't think he's that good. You take DeAndre Hopkins away, which he didn't have. Trash. Dude, he's garbage. He's trash. He can't survive. He can run around and stuff. That's fine. But eventually, no, you can't. No, you can't. I am taking Chargers on the road. All right, moving on. Now we can go to the Sunday night game. I didn't miss more than one game, did I? That'd be like weird. Okay, good. I thought they had a bye, man. Well, G-Men Jas, we'll start you off. Your division. The Pack go into Philly. Can Aaron Rodgers take his team to the promised land in this game?
Tricked me once, Aaron Rodgers. Not twice. Another game I'd be happy to be wrong about. Eagles at home. They added Ndamukong Suh. They added Linval Joseph to their already pretty stacked defense. They're gonna be hard to beat. So not at home, not by the Packers.
Dames Marvs.
I toiled over this one because
You want me to go next?
I mean, I have a feeling that you're gonna say Philly.
I am. I love Philly cheesesteak, dude. It's like my favorite.
You don't
Seriously.
you don't like Wisconsin cheddar or brats or that beer?
I mean, here's the deal. Wisconsin cheddar, no. Plugs me up a little bit. It's delicious, but I would rather have a Philly cheesesteak. If I'm picking like a Philly cheesesteak or a thing of like cheese balls or mozzarella sticks.
Wisconsin bratwurst or Philly
No.
cheesesteak?
No. Philly cheesesteak, hands down.
What do you drink with the cheesesteak? You don't
A
have
nice
any new
cold
players.
Budweiser.
You don't have any spotted cow.
Any beer, it doesn't matter. I mean, I'm having a Philly cheesesteak in Philly. That thing is gonna like, dude. I'm going with that Philly cheesesteak. I'm going with the Eagles. So you too. Okay, all right. I was gonna say Green Bay just isn't playing well. Like again, they're not playing well. So
Look, they could beat them though.
They could.
Let's just pretend the game's over.
No,
We're talking Rodgers. He's our first ballot Hall of Famer.
They could win out. You never know.
Defending MVP.
Could you? Yeah, they could win out, and the Vikings start tumbling. Never know. It's the NFL, dude. NFL.
Vikings are NFL bound usually.
Last but not least, the Monday night game, Dames, Pittsburgh at Indy. I'm giving you the lead on this one because
when are they going to start flexing these games out?
Right. Flex this game out, bro.
These two teams are like, I don't even want to play this. They're like, I don't even want to play this game on Monday.
Yeah, they're like, wait, we have to wait till Monday to play, man. I want to be done.
Like, why not make New Orleans, San Francisco Sunday night game? Green Bay, Philly, Monday night. That's a
Right.
matchup I want to see on Monday night.
Yep.
Pittsburgh versus Indianapolis.
Is anyone watching this game out there? Anyone? You picking this game? Like, are you watching this game? Maybe Wyatt's gonna watch Indy because he's from there.
Here's what I said. Matt Ryan's done. I'm not gonna say on the same program that he's gonna win a game. He's not gonna catch me doing that. So Pittsburgh.
G-Man Jas.
You are gonna catch me saying Colts because they're at home and Saturday they're looking okay, and Pittsburgh hasn't done anything to impress me. I mean, I don't know. This is almost a coin toss, but Colts at home.
Coin toss game. Oh yeah, you did. The Denver game.
Yeah, I did.
All right.
Denver, the Denver game. Yeah. I'm gonna go. I'm going with G-Man Jas. I'm going Indy at home. I'm going Indy at home. I don't trust Pittsburgh on the road. I just feel like, again, I'm with you guys that like this game is dog shit. Doesn't really matter who wins. But I just think if we're picking a team like we are here in NFL, I am going to take the Colts at home. Before we do go, though, I want to give a shout out to Harney Street Tavern, which is downtown. A good friend of ours passed away. Ian, rest in peace, my friend. Have a cold one wherever you are. Join us next week. We'll talk about these games. Hopefully you all have an amazing Thanksgiving. You're able to share it with people that you love. Dames Marvs, G-Man Jas.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Thanks for having us.
Love you long time.
Love you long.
Don't forget to speak your piece in the comments section. Also, like and subscribe to Lock 22 Productions, and thank you for listening to NFHell.